My brethren, 2 claps signifies the start of an episode. I've been doing that shit for years. And take a look, dude. I am off Huntington Ave here. And I think this is kind of considered Back Bay. At the Colonnade Hotel. Take a look. I'm back in Boston. Do you see that shit over there? You can kind of see that. And it is Friday, December 22nd, 11:49 a.m., and it is my 28th birthday. I'm 28 years old. I'm 28 fucking years old. How crazy is that? I'm in my late 20s now. And, I've done these before. I did one last year where I'll record a podcast just to kind of document where I'm at in life and my goals and things I'm thinking, because I often look back on them and I use them as a time marker. And last year, I remember really sitting down. I was up the street on Tremont Street, and I was throwing a really small little event at the Summer Shack. And I remember thinking, okay, we got to get our shit together. We got to figure this out. And I listened to that podcast back, and it's pretty fucking insane, bro. Pretty insane. And so today's podcast, what I want to do is I want to reflect on the last podcast. I want to reflect on this past year and what I've learned. And then I also want to talk about my 2024 goals. And I'm going to ramble a little bit. You guys know I'm like that. But let's just fucking get into it here. So today I'm 28 years old. I'm currently at the Colonnade Hotel in Back Bay. And tonight is the Conrad, The Last Defender homecoming event. It's been in my imagination and my goal to go to Hollywood, make a project out there, then come back here and throw an event for people here. It's so important to me to be the guy from Boston. It's so important to me. It's been important to me all year out in LA. I have just been saying it relentlessly. I'm from Boston. When you and I both know I'm actually from Cambridge and Lincoln, more so Lincoln. But I'll claim Cambridge. It gives me a little bit of cred. And I've always wanted to be the guy here. I've always wanted to be the guy my whole life. And I am becoming the guy in Boston. I'm the guy with the movies. I'm the guy throwing the big parties. I'm the guy who's getting it done in Hollywood. And it's something I've wanted my whole life, and I'm getting here. And it's awesome achieving this stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm trying to soak it up and sit in the moment. And when you also reach a certain threshold, you realize there's this desire for more and always chasing the next thing. And I'm trying to be more present. It's one of my biggest problems is I'm never satisfied, and 2, I never really soak up the moments, and I'm grateful for them. And I'm trying to be better at that. But anyway, that's where I am. Colonnade Hotel. Tonight is the big Conrad launch party. I think we just got over 400 RSVPs. Last time I checked, it was 393, but some more emails came in. So it's going to be a big event tonight. It's at Game On Fenway. And I got about $6,400 in my bank account, which is like $1,000 more from last year. Classic. And I have a relevant event series in LA now with the Snake Pit. You know, I threw 25 events this year, roughly, with my guys. And I also have Conrad the Last Defender shot and in post-production. And when you look at the last podcast, the one from a year ago today, I said I had 2 goals. It was to have Conrad the Last Defender shot, and I kind of am just talking about the movie, and then have $250,000 or make $250,000. Now, given the Kickstarter money and all the other money I've raised, I think I probably made around 100. If you consider the fundraising, I probably made around anywhere from like 150 to 170,000 bucks this year, but it all went back into the project. So again, I netted like $1,000 this year. Classic entrepreneurship. And my other goal was to have Conrad shot, and I fucking did it, bro. We shot it. It's almost done. It's looking fucking insane. We got a movie star on board in it, and I'm proud of the action this year. And if you look at that podcast and you listen to it from last year, I kept saying I was looking for help and looking for clarity. And then I wanted to move in the direction of becoming a movie star. And I needed a mentor. And I felt like something was coming. Now, I got all those things. Except making the bag, I got all those things. Like, I got the clarity when I went and saw George Pratt on how to just take action and keep going and not overthink stuff. I got a mentor in Cyrus Voris, who's helped me a lot. I shot the movie, and I felt like something was coming, and that something, I think, was the momentum from this year. This year will solely be categorized as momentum. It's all momentum. And I feel like a more established person, producer, man, honestly, this year than I did last year. And I'm not going to say I'm 100% confident all the time, but I am confident. I'm a confident person now. And I was last year, don't get me wrong. I talk about feeling like the man, but I'm what gives me the most confidence is that I've been at this for so long. And that I've been at this since 2015, and I've the whole way. All the success has been earned. It's all been earned. There's a few pieces of me where I had to ask for help this year, which really killed my fucking pride and my ego, but everything, the person I'm becoming has completely been earned. And I know I'm going to hold my success for a long time because of that. And again, since all this has been documented in podcast form, you guys have know I've been through a lot of shit this year, but I'm really going to categorize this last year as the year of action. It was just we took so much action, bro. Hundreds of texts a day, 22 total snake pits, shot the fucking movie and raised all the money on an individual basis, sale by sale. I did those little cold group events. Not to mention I connected thousands of fucking people. And again, this is going to sound like a Conor highlight reel here, but this is really for me, so I can reflect on my direction. Now, let's just talk about the last year and what I've learned. So, this year has been the hardest year yet. Hands down. I said this last year too, because money was a problem. Money was a problem the entire year. The whole year money was a problem. Never having enough of it, never knowing when it's going to come in, always feeling like if I go to Chipotle, every purchase I make, I'm going to fucking lose all the bread. And then I'd have moments where I'd have just copious amounts of money in. And it's a thought that has been on my brain every single day this year. And essentially, we've pulled all this off being pretty broke. Because, again, there's no savings. It's like every dollar we make goes back into everything. And that's just what my life called for this year. I felt like the universe was pushing me. I felt like the universe has been giving me all these chances. And there's like, Conor, don't overthink, spend the money, go. And that has been the biggest fear all year is money. And I like being honest about it because I know I'm going to be a millionaire. Like a multi-millionaire. It doesn't concern me anymore. I know I got the sauce. I said this last year, but I do. And my skills are even sharper this year as a business person and a salesperson. But that was the biggest fear all year. And so I felt all year like I had to maximize all my fucking time. Like work every hour of every day to get closer to my goals. It's just, and I still feel that way. I'm hungrier than ever. And then there's also this piece of me that's feeling more established. And I'm like, okay, look back, Conor. Look at what you've accomplished. I know you still feel like the kid from 2015, but look at what you've done, dude. And I walk into rooms knowing that now. Like, I am that fucking guy, bro. Like, I can't even hold you. I am that fucking guy. And I think a big thing I've learned this year, sorry to bounce around, was I just not overthinking too much. I still overthink. I'm still a little obsessive, but just focus on the action. The action is all that matters. Getting closer to the goal and taking the actions is all that matters. Don't plan too insane. Just take the action. I'm not running $1 billion corporation here. It's not like every fucking move is a do or die. It's like, no, all we can do is take action. All I can do is give to people and take action. And that has served me so well this year. Guys, like, so much fucking momentum. I feel the momentum in my life. And that's something I'll carry with me into next year, is just take the action. And here's another thing. After reflecting on the podcast, your imagination is insanely powerful. Like, if you can see it in your brain and you can visualize it, which is something I've been working on all year after I saw The Hypnotist. If you can visualize it, you can get closer to it. And I've still visualized the castle premiere for Conrad, the side yard there being completely filled with people, and me saying, look, moved all the way from Boston to Hollywood, look what we did. I see it all. And then there's also a piece of me that wants to shout out my ex-shorty. But I see it all. And I still see the red carpet premiere outside the TCL. I still see me showing up on the TCL, on the red carpet, and just other red carpets. And I see myself becoming pretty fucking famous, bro. And I want that. I want to feel what that's like in my life. I do. I'm not afraid to say it anymore. I do, and I'm okay with being the guy that becomes that. I've learned that too, is like, I am a person that people want to see win. So, Conor, go win. Like, it inspires people, it motivates people. But your imagination is powerful, and you got to really think, like, in your imagination, what is possible. Now, the thing that's on my mind right now, actually, I'll get into that after. Another thing I learned this year is being with people is actually what makes me happy. Not the solo grind, what I've been doing for 7-8 years, which is fucking weird because, you spend so much time alone. I mean, look, I'm here alone right now. Being with people and helping people and working with people and making people laugh and happy is actually what makes me happy. Like, I like being around people. I do. I like being connected with people. I like helping people. That actually is what makes me happy. The career wins are great, don't get me wrong, and I'll always drive for bigger and bigger goals, but I want to be around more people this year. Be surrounded by people, help people, develop relationships with people. That shit is fucking so important to me. And I'm in a position to do so. One hard thing about LA is everything's so fucking spread out. So I'm just really done with the solopreneur shit. Like, I'll always be the leader and I'll always drive things forward, but I'm done with being the solo show. Like, I need people's help. People have helped me so much this year. Like without Gavin, without Killian, without Alex, without Jack, just fucking picking up the phone every day and just hearing me out, I would be fucking done for. And my mom. Like, without these people in my life, I would be fucked, bro. Another thing I realized is all my goals are possible. Because I am becoming the version of myself that I wanted to be when I was 20. It just takes so long. It takes very long, but all of my goals are possible. Being the leading man of a Marvel movie is possible. Making $101 million is possible. It just takes relentless action, bro. It all takes action. Producing the Marvel movie, becoming the biggest star out of Boston. All these things are things I think of, and they're all possible. They're all fucking possible. I'm getting a FaceTime right now. There's a piece of me too, and this is just the truth that I battle with all the time, is I don't love acting, bro. I don't. I liked what I did with Conrad. That was fun as fuck. But the dramatic acting, the artsy acting, anything that takes me away from the game, I don't love. So I'm really going to have to be my own brand of movie star here. And I don't know how long it's going to take, and I'm hoping things are going to connect, but I can just really be me. Does that make sense? Like, I'm not going to commit to trying to be someone else. I can just be me. I could be a Mark Wahlberg. You know what I'm saying? I could be a Mark Wahlberg, but but I also want to be a public person that helps tons of people here and is known as someone who helps a lot of people here. Maybe that's just like my dad's politics genetics, but that's the truth. Um, I also fell in love this year. I did. First time that's happened, and I still love Shorty, even though it's been fucking brutal. I still love Shorty, and it was the first time I felt it, and I still feel it, and it's probably the strongest feeling I've ever felt in my life. It's it's painful and hard and shit, but it's like the strongest feeling I've ever felt in my life. And it's confusing and very disorienting. And I felt it this year. I still feel it. And I'm also weirdly like, I'm on the fucking come up here and I'm on the grind, but there's a piece of me that really wants to like have a fucking wife and settle down and have kids, and like build a life with someone. I've never felt this way before. It's always been let's fucking grind, but there's a piece of me that's like, I would like to just have someone I can fucking build a life with. And I never felt that way before. Also, another way I'm feeling is like, I also want to start becoming the guy that provides for everybody. My family, my friends. And a big piece of that is financial. Like, I just want to go make $1 billion, dude, so I can just help people. Like, truthfully. Guys, if I can make $100K a year and do whatever I want in LA, I'll be perfectly happy. It's the truth. Dave Portnoy said something like that. He's like, if I made 60 grand a year and I could do Barstool, that's what I would do. If I could do what I'm doing right now, make 100 grand a year, that's fine. It's the truth. I don't need the $101 million. It's really a fucking goal, but I do want money so I can help people and make things and say yes to opportunities. Now let's talk about my 2024 goals. God, I am handsome, aren't I? I earned it. Okay. One is shoot the Conrad feature. It's not do or die for me. The proof of concept will be done. If it's a great situation, I want to go shoot the feature and go make this a real Hollywood movie that's seen all over the country. That's what I want. Theaters all over the country, nationally recognized. That's that. I got the same goal as last year, is I want to make $250,000. But I just said it last year. I actually kind of have a plan this year. Now that I have the snake pit, I want to throw sponsored snake pits this year. Like, work with a brand in tandem, throw parties for people with large budgets, and make a good chunk of change on that. And then I also want to get a fat producer fee on Conrad, The Last Defender. So, producers will get 5-10% of the budget. I want to get a fat piece of that too. So I want to make $250,000 this year, net. Net 250. And totally possible. I just want enough money to bust around, have fun. I want to gain 10 pounds of muscle this year and like really get a fucking movie star physique. Like really gain mass, like get bigger delts, bigger back, like really get into bodybuilding and fucking put on size. And let me tell you guys this. This is how I'm going to end this, and this is what's so important. I have put myself through tons of fucking misery through this come up. Tons of depressed times, lonely times. And that is what everyone says is part of the grind in the come up. But I'm focused on having fun now. And I can have fun through work. That's when I have the most fun, is when I'm working. But I'm 28. Okay, I got 2 years left in my 20s. And I want to enjoy them. I want to go do things, try things, take risks, go for shit. And I can still do that and still move all my goals forward. You got to make sacrifices for sure, but I want to enjoy these last 2 years of my 20s, trying stuff, meeting people, dating girls, fucking like going for risks and big swings. And there's a naivety at this age. I know, like, you're in your 20s, Conor, so like go for it. But we're gonna keep going for it. I just want to go experience more. I just want to experience more. So that's clear. Shoot the Conrad feature, make 250 grand, gain 10 pounds of muscle, focus on having fun. And now I got to go figure out what to do about this young lady. Conrad, the Last Defender, the homecoming tonight. I'm sure I'll do one of these next year. I'm not going to kill myself trying to achieve this fucking goal. I'm not going to kill myself. I'm going to let the universe work with me, and I'm going to work with the universe. And I love you guys. All love.